Right, and the biggest thing you'll notice in here as you go through these 62 pages here, and that is Iowa Democrats do not actually lay out when they would tell everyone how the presidential candidates finished in the caucuses, who won. Now, this 62-page plan remakes how the caucuses would work. So one of the biggest changes is that you would fill out a card to say which presidential candidate you prefer, but you do it in the mail rather than doing it in person on caucus night like they've been doing for decades. Only party business would actually happen on caucus night. This is an idea they've been talking about over the last couple of months. Now, this is all a way Iowa Democrats hope that they could once again hold the country's first in the nation contest after the Democratic National Committee already announced back in February that they would no longer even be among the first 5 states in 2024.
Iowa Democrats will be able to request a presidential preference card through the mail or online. They will then have a window of time to fill it out and return it through the mail. IDP will contract with a professional election vendor to ensure that this process is secure, transparent, and accessible.
Now, Party Chair Rita Hart hopes that this idea could quiet critics about previous caucus contests, at least in this aspect. If you have people pick a candidate over a period of time through the mail, it could open up the process to more people as opposed to requiring them to show up by 7 o'clock in a designated place on caucus night, which is tradition. Iowa's DNC member Scott Brennan called next year's overall presidential nominating calendar a, quote, mess. And he said that this new process proposed by Iowa Democrats could still give Iowa Democrats at least a chance to hold an early state nominating contest in 2024.
No matter what Iowa Democrats do, this calendar will not hold. Both New Hampshire and Georgia have until June 3rd to provide evidence to the Rules and Bylaws Committee that they can comply with the requirements that the Rules and Bylaws Committee put on them for purposes of going forward in the Democratic calendar. And to my knowledge, Georgia cannot comply and New Hampshire cannot and will not comply.
So those are some wild cards here. Now, there are some unknowns beside those 2 states. Iowa Democrats intentionally are not saying in here when they would announce caucus results next year. The hope that the vagueness provides some flexibility so that they can then adjust after the other states finalize their plans for next year. They also can't say whether the DNC would even approve these changes, nor whether their plan would comply with a new Iowa law that Iowa Republicans are looking at in the final hours of the legislative session. In that legislation, it would not actually allow mailing in caucus choices. So a lot of wild cards. They do plan to hold caucus night on the same night as the Iowa Republicans. And Iowa Republicans have already been notified that their caucuses will remain first in 2024. So many moving parts here.